Have there ever been any sightings besides the initial one that was not Dave Shealy?
Well, there's the Myakka sighting.
Okay, go on.
So this one is where everyone points to for the evidence of it. And it's a photograph with a letter. And the letter attached is from a woman that everyone always talks about this photo, right?
Mm-hmm.
These videos, these YouTube videos, and everybody that talks about this crap. They always talk about the photo. Like, oh, the photo. And no one ever talks about the letter. The letter is more, I feel like it's the best evidence that this thing is real, right?
Yeah.
This letter is written by clearly a 45-year-old shut-in, or no, like 65-year-old woman, just a shut-in, nobody to talk to, begging for attention. Please, somebody talk to me. And we have the letter here, and Dean's going to read it.
Dear sir or madam, enclosed please find some pictures I took in late September or early October of 2000. My husband says he thinks it was an orangutan. Is someone missing an orangutan? Is it hard to judge from the photos how big this orangutan really is? It is in crouching position in the middle of standing up from where it was sitting. It froze as soon as the flash went off. I didn't see it, and I took the first picture because it was so dark. As soon as the flash went off, for the second time, it stood up and started to move. I then heard the orangutan walk off into the bushes. From where I was standing, I judge as about being 6.5 to 7 feet tall in a kneeling position. As soon as I realized how close it was to the back to the house, oh my goodness, I ran. It had an awful smell that lasted well after it had left my yard. The orangutan was making deep whooping noises like those. It sounded much further away than it had turned out to be. If I had known it was so close to the hedgerow as it was, I wouldn't have walked as close as I did. I'm a senior citizen. If this animal had come out of the hedgerow after me, there wasn't a thing I could have done about it. I was about 10 foot away from it when it stood up. I'm concerned because my grandchildren like to come down and explore my backyard. An animal this big could hurt someone seriously. For 2 nights prior, it had been taking apples that my daughter brought down from up north off our back porch. These pictures were taken on the 3rd night it had raided my apples. It only came back one more night after that and took some more apples that my husband had left out in order to get a better look at it. We left out 4 apples. I cut 2 of them in half. The orangutan only took the whole apples. We didn't see it take them. We waited up, but eventually had to go to bed. We got a dog back there now, and as far as I can tell, the orangutan hasn't been back. Please find out where this animal came from and who it belongs to. It shouldn't be loose like this. Someone will get hurt. I called a friend that used to work with animal control back up north, and he told us to call the police. I don't want any fuss or people with guns traipsing around behind our house. I live near I-75, and I'm afraid this orangutan of that size of this animal could total my car. At the very least, This animal belongs in a place like Busch Gardens, where it can be looked after properly. Why haven't people been told that an animal this size is loose? How are people to know how dangerous this could be? If that monkey had got loose, they can carry hepatitis and are very dangerous. Please look after that situation. I don't want my backyard turned into someone else's circus. God bless. I prefer to remain anonymous. Wow. Holy hell.
See, like
that is a very specific woman.
The apples? And she doesn't want her backyard turned into a circus?
I know. And like, holy hell. I mean, the fact that she was like, I feel like she got more scared while writing the letter than she was in the initial thing. You know, like she was like reliving it almost like a nightmare, and it just kept getting worse. Because at the end, oh my God,
I got children.
Someone could get hurt. Like, oh my God.
At least she cares.
I know.
So there's that.
The general populace. But so now we know that Skunk Ape is not only aware, but it's also smart.
Because he does not want
to cut apples.
Cut apples.
He knows it could be poisoned.
Or
rotten.
Or he's just kind of a bitch. So that's been Skunk Ape. I think we're done here. I'm Michael Johnson.
I'm Dean Maldonado.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Go fuck yourself.
Please do. Very hard.